Hi, yeah, it's I'm back with an update. As you know, I'm training for the British Championships in December, um, December the 6th at the NEC Birmingham. Distances 2,000 metres and 500 metres. If you've watched my previous video, as you know, they're not really my distances, but I need some motivation and I've set myself a target and this will get me training and get me fit again, hopefully. Um, so my last video, I just outlined what I'd done in the past, what I was hoping to achieve, um, and obviously it's a big ask. I'm going to try and not finish last in the British Championship, basically over 2,500 metres. Anyhow, this is just an update of the last 3 weeks training. My first week's training back after Portugal, I managed to do 20 kilometres, which is not a lot really, but I did row every day. I think I did 5 days at 2 or 3k every day, basically. Just nice and easy, just getting into it. And it wasn't too bad, to be honest. Nothing special, just easy rowing, just concentrating on getting a little bit done every day, and that's what I did. So I did 20k for the first week. The second week, unfortunately, I had a bit of a setback. I only managed 14.5k. The week was going as the first week had gone pretty steady away, but at the weekend I wasn't feeling so good. Again, last few months I've had a lot of bugs. You get them times in your life where you get run down and you just pick up everything. Again, cold symptoms. So I had to have the weekend off. So what I did on the Saturday and the Sunday, instead of rowing, I did 50 squats on the Saturday and 50 squats on the Sunday. So I did do something to add to that 14.5k that I'd done for the week. It's a bit disappointing, but it's like any training progress or training plan. You're not going to feel great every week, but the thing is, you can always do something. If you want to be fit or if you've got a big goal that you need to do, you've got to do something. There's no excuse, So anyway, I managed to get some more kilometres in. The third week, this last week, a lot better. I'm still not feeling great, but well enough to row. And I managed 33k, which was a lot better. I'm rowing more 5ks now in training, building my strength up, and I'm definitely feeling better. What I've been doing is I've been doing a few not time trials, but every week try and do a 5k at a bit quicker speed just to gauge my fitness. The first week I think I did a 5k in 23:54, which was okay. It's not too bad. The second week I've done 23 minutes 16, so that's 40 seconds improvement. Again, not too bad. And this week I've done 22:51, so I've knocked a minute off in 2 weeks. The 22:51, it wasn't flat out. There was more in the tank. I could certainly have got a lot quicker than that, but I'm training. I'm not racing. It's steady away. But progress, you've got to gauge your fitness. You've got to see where you are. So that's it really. In the 3 weeks, I've trained most days, apart from that weekend when I wasn't so well, but I still did something. And the goal is obviously now to push on. I've been watching my diet. I've not had any chocolate since I come back from Portugal. So in the 3 or 4 weeks now, so that's good. I've definitely lost weight. Slowly but surely. I'm eating less. I've started keep making sure I'm taking my supplements on, and recently I've started on taking apple cider vinegar, and I found that has suppressed my appetite a little bit. I've certainly felt after I've had when it comes to tea time, I've not felt that hungry, and I've certainly not been eating after my tea. So my last meal's at 6 o'clock ish, and then that's it till probably 10 o'clock the following day. So that's all good. Because I need to lose a few pounds. I put quite a bit on in the 3 month I had off. And I'm quite a big bloke, so the thing is, weight, especially in your 60s, if you don't do anything, you're going to put weight on. But it's coming off slowly, and that's the thing. It has to come off slowly, nice and easy, because you still have to have energy to train. So, like I say, I've got a good 3 weeks under my belt now, and the mileage, like I say, I'm up to 33k. When I was earlier in this year, or last season, I was doing averaging about 50 kilometres a week, 60 kilometres, but I was doing longer distances. So I'm up to 33k now. I'm not sure what sort of distance I have to do really for the 2000 and the 500. I probably may go up to 40, 45, maybe 50k max in this phase anyway. The first 8 weeks or so, I'd probably go up to 50k max probably, but try and do a bit more quality, faster rows rather than steady endurance. Because I need endurance, but I don't need that sort of endurance. So short and sharp and steady rows, I think, will do for the first 8 weeks. Try and get this 5k down. I'm up to 22.51. Try and get this down to low 20s now. I think that's the aim in the next 5 weeks. I mean, I've got a PB of 1940, so I'm hoping, if I can get to the end of the first 8 weeks and be close to 20 minutes, low 20 minutes, I think that'd be a good fitness base going into the most important phase of training, the second 8 weeks, which is the most important, but I must have that endurance base put in place. So if I can get down to 20 minutes for 5k, that'll be a good endurance base to start training for the 500 metres in the 2000. So that's the aim. But it's all going well. It's not going too bad. I'm hoping maybe to start the gym this week, because I think I need some strength training, but not so much that, I'm going to be putting big bulky muscles on, because I don't want to tire myself out. Plus, muscles, they need oxygen, so I don't want to get too silly with that. And it's just general strength, and I think it's a good thing for anyone in the 60s to do strength exercises. Just helps you getting out of the chair. Sort of stiffening up. You move it. You've got to move or you lose it. You've got to keep moving. So I think I'm going to start training probably at the gym this week, if possible. I'm just undecided whether to do just pure weights or sort of circuit type training. I'm not quite sure. I'm still looking into that. I'm not sure which will suit me best. Maybe a mixture of both. And also I'd like to bring a lot more walking into my training. I think, again, looking back over the years, I've done a lot of walking. I always felt that it's a much underestimated fitness tool, walking, just general walking. It's just so good for you. You can do 30, 40 minutes a day. It helps recovery. Just keeps you ticking over. I think it just adds to that aerobic engine. When you're starting to push yourself, that's what I'm going to need. So we'll see. I've got a lot to do, and obviously I'm still working full time. So I've got to fit all this into my aging body. It's not easy training when you're in your 60s, and certainly not easy focusing on an elite championship when you're not really an elite athlete. I have to work out what I can do and what's best for me, and what I can get the best out of me. So I've got to be clever and sensible rather than just chuck myself into everything. I've got to be careful and just get the best out of myself. So, all my years of training, I think I've always tended to overtrain slightly. So I've got to be clever, not go silly, but I've still got to put the work in. Anyhow, that's the first 3 weeks done, and I'm happy with the progress so far. We'll see what the next couple of weeks bring. Let's see if I can get a little bit quicker. I definitely feel a little bit fitter, and I definitely feel a little bit lighter as well, which is good. So let's just see what the next few weeks bring, and hopefully it'll all be good. Okay, so I'll see you soon, and check back please, and we'll see how we get on,